Speedway ran the first 500 in 1911. At that time, the track was engineered for a top speed of about 80 miles per hour. Today, except for the asphalt surface, instead of the original bricks, the track is the same. The turn banks are no steeper, the straightaways no longer or shorter. The only thing that has changed is the speed and the cars. Today, race cars turn laps at nearly 200 miles an hour on a track designed for 80. Automotive engineering has been the answer. More power to weight, aerodynamic body design, improved tires, and safety-engineered suspension systems. At these fantastic speeds, the relationship between the unsprung weight and the suspended weight is of the utmost importance. There must be a delicate balance to withstand and compensate for the tremendous G-forces exerted in a turn at 185 miles per hour. As the day for qualifications approaches, practice speeds keep climbing. One car stands above them all. Bobby Unser.
46 and 1700 seconds. A new track record for the Olsen Iron Eagle, 194.932. And it's still going up. 45 and 9100 seconds. The speed, 196.036 miles an hour for Bobby Unser. And it's still going up. 45 and 7600 seconds speed for the Olsen Eagle, 196.678, a new track record.
Unser's record lap of 196.8 is only 1/4 of a second from 200 miles per hour. He's 3 miles an hour quicker than any other car race day. If it doesn't rain in Indianapolis on race day, it's a happy crowd that gathers for the annual speed spectacle. The bands play better, the colors are brighter, and everyone is generally in a cheerful mood. Drivers take the opportunity to get some last-minute relaxation, while the crews prepare for the start of the race. Cars, sparkling clean, are rolled onto the starting grid. Time grows short, and the driver's relaxation is over. Now, thoughts are concentrated on the business at hand. Cars begin to roll. The first row, the second row, the third and fourth row. All the cars are moving except one. A.J. Foyt cannot get his engine started. got started. Number 31 pulls into the pits. Trouble already? Nothing serious. John Mailer forgot his driving gloves. A flying pickup, and he's back with the field. Foyt's engine finally roars to life, but the green flag has fallen, and the 32 other cars zoom past, putting Foyt far back in the traffic. Pole sitter Bobby Unser takes the lead in the first turn and begins to stretch it out. Walther in car number 33 assures himself of 33rd position, dropping out with mechanical trouble on the very first lap. The Olsenite Eagle continues to widen the margin over second place Mark Donahue. Peter Repson in number 12 is third. Mark Donahue in 66 and Gary Bettenhausen in number 7. In 20 laps, Jerry Grant moves up from 15th to 6th. Peter Repson slows and drives into the infield on the 23rd lap, and after a long walk back to the pits, becomes a spectator. The leader, Bobby Unser, is slowing down through turn 4. He coasts into the pits with a dead engine. An inspection later revealed that a distributor rotor, one of the most inexpensive parts, had broken. Unser's bid for his second Indianapolis victory is over. With Unser out of the race, Gary Bettenhausen in the Sunoco Special takes the lead. Teammate Donahue keeps up the pace and keeps Gary well in sight. Mike Mosley is running a very close third. Foyt has moved from nearly last place to 18th when smoke begins to billow from his engine. Leaving a smoke screen behind him, he pulls into the pits. The crew attempts to make repairs, but to no avail. Number 2 finally drops out after 61 laps. The leader, Bettenhausen, makes a pit stop. Time in the pits cuts his lead, and Mike Mosley is breathing right down his back. Mike passes Gary and takes the lead. Three laps later, he loses a wheel in the number 4 turn. Crashes into the outside wall. The car bursts into flames. Following cars give him a wide berth. Mosley bails out and frantically tries to extinguish the flames on his racing uniform. Firemen rush to his aid. Mike is burned, but not seriously. It's the 3rd time in 2 years that Mike has crashed, and in the same spot on the racetrack. The green flag comes out, and Bettenhausen once again leads the race. teammates Mario Andretti and USAC champion Joe Leonard staged quite a duel for 5th spot. A new rule in 1972 makes 4 pit stops mandatory. Pit crews must work at top speed. Just a few seconds standing still with the rest of the cars going at 180 miles an hour can put a lot of distance between them. And at times, the pits become a veritable traffic jam. Fuel begins to become a major concern. With a limit of 275 gallons, there's a good possibility that some cars will not make the 500 miles. A miscalculation on Jim Hurtaby's fuel consumption puts him on the sidelines, and Mario Andretti in number 9 runs out of fuel on the backstretch and barely manages to coast into the pits. With the help of his crew, he makes it and takes on a fresh tank full. Gordon Johncock, after working his way up to 3rd place, comes in spewing a cloud of steam. By lap 115, 15 cars have been sidelined, nearly half the field. A few laps later, Lee Kunzman joins the Railbirds. Dallenbach makes his 3rd pit stop, and for the 3rd time his car catches on fire. Gary Bettenhausen has led all but 9 laps since Bobby Unser dropped out. But now something seems to be wrong. He's going very slowly through the number 3 turn. Jerry Grant seizes the opportunity and charges through traffic to take over the lead. Mark Donahue, who has been running within seconds of Grant throughout most of the race, begins to battle Grant for 1st place. Some debris on the track brings out the yellow briefly, and Donahue dives into the pits for his 5th stop. With a 33-second stop and Grant running at only 80 miles an hour, Mark loses less than a quarter of a lap. Grant also comes in, but the green is already out. Fuel hoses are connected and tires changed. After 53 seconds in the pits, he sees Donahue flash by just as he pulls back onto the track, over 1 lap behind. A spin in the South Chute. Rookie of the Year Mike Hiss hangs on to it and keeps right on going. The checkered flag falls for number 66 as he completes his 200th lap. Donahue's crew celebrates the victory, and after 4 years, the young engineer from Pennsylvania moves into victory lane. Jerry Grant's final pit stop proves to be more disastrous than anticipated. The fuel hoses from teammate Bobby Unser's tank were connected to his car. This illegal fueling disqualified his finish and moved him to 12th. The record year of 1972 verifies that we have come a long way, from 75 miles per hour in 1911 to the 162 miles per hour in 1972,